Sensible. Zen.
Yes.
So this is recording number 3. we had some problems, but it should be fine now.
I mean, you can hope. You can hope.
We can hope. So let's start the show. Thank you for waiting and welcome to the second episode of the Auction House. We had some difficult problems. Last Friday we were recording with the Lazy Gold Maker. That will be resumed next Saturday. So be there. We're going to talk a lot of more stuff about gold making. But yeah, it didn't plan like we wanted this, right?
No, it was it was a little annoying because we had the way that we were recording it was with a Discord bot, and then it basically stabbed us in the back and didn't work 4 times, and so here we are recording a little late, but we're still getting the podcast together. We figured out another option to be able to do it. So
yeah, it feels already like episode 5.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie, that is very true.
Okay. We start with the token price. There's some, great things happening. Well, great things. I don't know what to say. It's great, but
interesting.
It's interesting. Both token prices are going up at the moment in value. Let's have a look.
When it actually comes to the EU token, since we did delay the episode a little bit, we saw actually the highest rise in the EU token in quite a while. It went all the way up to just over 170k, which is super high. The NA token didn't move that much, but the EU token was all the way up to 170k, which is quite expensive because we've seen it dip all the way down to 155k here a week and a half ago. So if this is a site to maybe potential even further rise, it might actually be a little scary.
Yeah, indeed. Today it's today Monday, and we checked the token price, what it was in the EU, and it maxed out at 170 gold. I haven't seen that like
170k,
in like a week. Last week it was also what was it last week again? Come on, show me.
Yeah, while you're finding out, something that's very important about today is exactly 60 days ago since the expansion released, or it is in very soon. It's basically on this day that it's 60 days ago that the expansion released. So you could think that this is a day where the token price goes up a little further because a lot of people are buying game time with gold. Obviously, with returning players coming back to the game, some of them might have been stacked with a little bit of gold that they've been able to use on game time. Yep. And that's kind of the only thing that we've been able to say that this might be the reason for a little higher than usual increase on the token. Because there's no bigger Blizzard releases or anything that should push this price up. So that's what we're kind of pushing towards.
Question is what's gonna do?
I don't think it's going to stay up there. I think it's gonna fall back down to what it's been, like 160 and 165, and then down to 155 all the way until we hit BlizzCon.
Yeah, keep in mind, I don't think it's always bad that the token price is going up, because that means something. That means that people that want to get more value for their money when they buy a token, they get more gold to spend, and the more gold they get to spend, the more chances there are they will buy your auctions. That's how I see it.
The higher the token is, the better. That's like for both cases. If people in the game have more gold, that means that the gold makers that are buying the actual tokens also have more gold.
Yes.
So indeed. It's good if it actually goes up, but
indeed,
it's gonna take a long time.
And something else, the heavy colors height. It's moving a lot at the moment.
It is.
I think that has a lot to do with, at the moment, the the farmer videos. Like a lot of people showing the videos with farming spots about heavy killer's hide. What will happen is that the price is going down, and that's not always the best thing, for me at least.
No, I mean when it comes to a lot of content creators, obviously showing the same farms or farms that are very close to each other about the same market of items, in this case, heavy callus and callus hide and all the leather, it makes sense that a lot more people are going to go out and farm these things. But this is, I mean, in the day and age that we live in, we can't avoid this ever. So it makes sense that the actual supply of it is going up quite a lot. But we also have to realize that the amount that is actually used is also going down, right? Most people have gotten their base legendaries already to what they basically wanted to, which means there is less reason for players to keep buying them, which means there's less reason for the actual crafters, not that many crafters, but the crafters that do have the leatherworking stuff to keep on crafting, right? So it's all going down.
And keep in mind, the best farms are also the farms that are getting worse. Because people see it, they will say, oh man, I need to farm this because it's going to give me a lot of gold. You're not the only one that's going to do it. Multiple people are going to do it. And what's going to happen is that the price is going to lower because people will see that there are more products on the auction house than normal. They will get undercut. They will get undercut in prices. And that will make an action reaction. Like, oh, you're going to undercut? I will undercut.
It's always important to obviously gather information and look for what people are posting, what they're talking about, because you want to follow those markets to see what, how they work on your servers. But the things that you're probably going to make the most gold from is if you're out really early on those farms, or potentially on the auction house flipping it, or if you're doing the things that people aren't doing yet, right?
Yep.
You're focusing on what isn't talked about right now.
Yes.
Which is kind of where the most gold will be in most times.
For the flippers, keep in mind, keep focusing on the price, because sooner or later that dip will stop. And that's the moment when you need to start buying. That's the moment you can make the profit, buy them cheap, sell them higher, use them for crafting, whatever. But at some point, people will stop farming it because they notice the price is going down and it's not selling fast enough. That's the moment when you need to step in.
But it's hard to figure out when that point is, because currently we have no idea. We have no idea where that point will stabilize. And currently, as expensive as all that leather is, it's a lot of gold to invest into,
Indeed. And it like you said, you cannot know when it's going to happen, but just focus on it. Check it every day. What's happening? Check the Undermine journal. Check every day what's happening on the region, on your realm. Check your heat map. Heat map is something very important and very handy you can use to see when things are getting posted the most or less on your server. At what time, what day. Same with prices. What prices are they at some time or at some day? That's where you need to anticipate when to buy and when to sell.
Very true.
Autohammer. Are you selling them?
Yes. I am currently not selling the auto hammers, but that's because I can't actually craft them.
Okay. And what about flipping them?
And flipping them is something that a lot of people already was on top of before I got to it. So I haven't really been into the whole auto hammer part. But they're going to keep their value for a very long time.
Get in that market. It's crazy, insane going at the moment, because I'm not just checking my own info. I'm checking on my realm. I was checking the region value at the moment, and the region value went up from like 383 gold average to a price of 550 gold average, and the amount is dropping. That means people need those auto hammers. Get those ranks from the Legion, get the rank 3 from the World Quest, and start crafting or flipping them. That's where the goal is. And what else will affect that, the auto hammer?
So the amount of Leystone needed.
Bingo, Leystone. Felslate, I haven't seen a lot of movement. Leystone, I'm gonna check that as well, because this is crazy. There's like Leystone on my server at the moment, on my main server, going for like almost 20 gold. It's
Oh yeah, Leystone is actually super expensive right now. But it's also when it comes to the auto hammer. If you guys don't know what it is, it's basically a repair. Like
Yep.
you can repair in a dungeon. So if you're doing Mythic Plus, if you're in the middle of a raid, if you're maybe even some PvP things, if you cannot mount up on a mount, you have the opportunity to use an auto hammer. So that's something a lot of people are holding on to and also are using as a convenient thing.
And you don't have to be an engineer to use it. Everybody can use it. So
Yep.
I'm here in front of the Leystone, and this is also I'm checking the region value. Like it's crazy. It's went from 9 gold, 74 silver, to now a price of 18 gold and 30 silver Leystone, and the amount is dropping. It's slightly going up at the moment because people are noticing it, but if you have Leystone somewhere laying around in your bags or your bank or whatsoever, craft with it the auto hammer or post it on the auction house.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it increased with with more than 10 gold per Leystone.
It's pretty insane.
It is pretty insane. Do you have any interesting items you want to tell you have seen this week, like going crazy?
Not really this week, but the last couple of weeks, I feel like the thing that has probably the most interest for me is Fel Iron. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Fel Iron has so the thing about Fel Iron, for any farmers, it's one of the most annoying ore to farm when it comes to like common ore. It's the farming route is super annoying, and you also don't get that many. So Fel Iron ore has always been pretty highly valued, and because of that, now that there's less and less focus on old world materials, Fel Iron has been one of the items that have been very expensive when it comes to the actual gold that is put into the Fel Iron ore and Fel Iron bars.
I have it in front of me here. It was in December like 26 gold. Holy hell, this went up like a lot. It's now, well, it's so the Undermine journal shows some different strange prices, but I can tell you it's at least 50 gold per ore. And the quantity dropped from that moment from 153 to 104,000. That's like a 50, what am I saying? A 30% less amount. That's a lot. Why? Why is this happening? Why is this happening?
So the thing is, Felsteel is you use Fel Iron bars you use 3 Fel Iron bars to make 1 Felsteel.
Yeah.
And Felsteel is used for a lot of transmog pieces that a ton of people are currently crafting on many servers.
And mounts.
So that what it goes into is there's a lot of demand for an item that not many people are willing to farm, and also not wanting to farm at the moment. And then the whole multi-boxing thing, the fact that we don't have any of those going around, all the old world farms farming all that up now, that also means a huge deal. So that just puts the overall price super high. And on top of that, leveling mining in the Burning Crusade is not very fun either. It's one of the ones that take the longest time to get just 75 levels because of how annoying it is.
That is annoying. Also checking the Felsteel bar at the moment, and every date I'm like comparing it with the 20th of December with the current date. The average price, I'm not sure if that's correct, but this is a bit high. Okay, the average price is showing here on the 20th of December was like 665 gold. And that's now at a price of 1,000 gold. So it increased average with almost 400 gold, and the amount of quantity is dropping.
Yep. And the reason is Felsteel, it uses 3 Fel Iron bars, and it also uses 2 Eternium bar. Now, Eternium is a little different because you get a lot more Eternium than Fel Iron. But It is a pretty interesting item. But if you check Fel Iron bars as well, I'd imagine that Fel Iron bars are probably even.
I had it in front of me 1 second.
Fel Iron bars should be very, very high as well.
Yes, the Fel Iron bar was on the 20th of December, was 63 gold. It's now at a price, the Undermine Journal is showing some strange prices, but 115 gold. So that increased with 50 gold.
Almost double its price.
What should people do now? Tell them, Zen.
My recommendation for people, like both experienced and new gold makers, either you go out and farm these old materials in mining, or you focus on flipping them, because the price is going up. And even though there's been a lot of talk about it in content creation, it doesn't seem to be going down, which means a lot of people are still heavily focused on Shadowlands.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still big chances for you to be able to make gold. I mean, most old world bars, you can make anywhere between 25,000 to 55,000 gold an hour just farming it, which is really, really good. And then if you also, on top of that, try to flip it, soft reset or fully reset potential markets, then it's even better, right? If you catch some really cheap stuff compared to the regionally posted, then there's an opportunity there.
Indeed. Anything else?
Any other?
I mean, for me, it was mostly the Outer Hammer, the Leystone, and the Callous Hide. That's the most things that. Yeah.
I mean, other than that, then there's another mining thing, which is Titansteel.
What's up with Titansteel?
So Titansteel is one of we talked about Serenite and Titanium and whatnot.
Yes.
But Titansteel has kept on increasing all the places that I've seen it. And also the titanium itself, like the supply of titanium ore and bar has always been low, but it's really low at the moment. And then the actual Titansteel price has been increasing a lot.
Yeah, I have it in front of me. At the moment, the 20th of December, the price was... And by the way, the prices are based on EU region.
Yes.
Sadly, you cannot see the global, but maybe that's good as well, because there will be really strange values.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. The thing about EU and US, the same market tendencies should be there. The actual pricing just might be different.
I'm like hovering over 20 December, and it's saying 1 December.
But the thing about Titansteel as well is it uses 3 different Eternals to be able to craft it with the free titanium bars. And it's Eternal Fire and Eternal Shadow and Eternal Earth. Now, if you guys don't know what the Eternals are used for, that's one of the things. But in old Dalaran, you can actually buy frozen orbs and turn them into Eternals. A lot of people don't know about this. So that also makes the Titansteel bars even more expensive, because people buy the Eternals off the auction house.
1,320 gold for Titansteel, and that's at the moment.
Titansteel specifically, it's looking a little crazy.
I think 2,000. I think it's getting close to 2,000 gold.
Yeah. It's that's what it's looking like. There's some very unusual spikes in the data, but it's been on a steady growth all the way up from 1,100 in November all the way up to 2,000 now, which is really high. You also got to realize, even if you see some Titansteel that's posted for an insanely high price, it's probably not going to sell at those very high prices, because you have to take into account the things that Titansteel are used for.
Yeah.
And if those don't sell for, hundreds of thousands of gold.
Unless you set a bait or something.
Yeah.
Then maybe people click that happens.
Yeah. But maybe a little too risky, hard.
Yeah. Too risky, hard. Okay. Today I was in the stream of Manthieus. Manthieus, you can check them out on YouTube. He's a great gold maker. He's pretty fresh, right? He's not that long
he's pretty new. He's pretty new to it.
He live streams on YouTube. Just check him out, Manthieus. It's a great guy. He lives in I hope I'm saying it, Finland. He's British. He makes daily videos. He's one of the persons that explains how the whole structure with TSM and the legendary crafts work. He made today a video, and I found it very interesting. And I watched it for a bit because I already knew what it was about. And it was basically like saying, I'm done with the legendary system. I'm done with selling legendaries. He said in the live stream, the amount of time I need to invest in making the legendaries for the profits I'm getting at the moment and for the prices like the callous hide that's dropping, it's not worth it for me anymore to make new legendaries. Do you think that that's the point we're getting now at the moment? Like the legendaries are like...
No, I don't think we're getting to that point just yet on every single server.
It's a personal thing.
On some servers, I will agree that the legendary prices are probably in the ground dirt cheap. But this is not the case for every single server on EU. But it's getting to a point where the materials are just getting cheaper and cheaper, right? And if you can't sell out your stock fast enough, then the materials are getting so cheap that base legendaries also are going to fall. So if you buy too much stock and you can't sell it fast enough, you can't make a quick turnaround, then you might not make that much gold or potentially, or, sadly lose some gold.
Unless you camp the auction house, that's...
Yes.
But you also want to enjoy the game. Most of us... Some want to farm, some of us want to craft the other things.
But obviously, base legendaries, there's a lot of competition on it now. There's been multiple weeks, pretty much almost 2 months where people have been getting into legendary crafting. So we're getting to a point where almost everyone that can be in the crafting market is in there. And something that's also going to be taken into account is there's probably a lot of people that are moving crafting materials or base legendaries across realms, which will, make the prices even more volatile.
Yep. Yes,
So.
yes. Another thing I was watching is the new series of the Lazy Goldmaker. We already spoken about them a bit. Most of you haven't heard the podcast yet because we could not record it last Friday. Well, we recorded like 30% of the first podcast, and his videos are very interesting. It's the goal from 0 to 100 million.
Yes.
And have you seen them yet?
I haven't seen the actual.
God damn it!
I've seen the videos. But I've been following it along because he has been posting updates on where he is and how much he's done so far and what he's investing into. That's like kind of what I've been following, but I haven't watched the videos itself.
Okay. Well, next week we're going to talk about more about his videos, but in the meantime, I would say go to YouTube, type in The Lazy Goldmaker and check his latest videos. He already made the second video now. It's really fun, great content, and you can learn a lot of it, I think.
I haven't really seen much because I've been selling a lot of things that I moved over to Sunstrider.
Yeah.
Right. And the other thing is I've been spending all my gold. Not all my gold, but I've been spending a lot of gold on containers.
Did you move back again?
No, I moved a character back again.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to sell mounts on there and mythic BOEs.
So you're not going to play on 2 servers?
Yes.
Okay.
As of now, yeah.
Yeah, I'm downgrading at the moment.
Oh, okay. I mean, you were talking about getting rid of some of the servers that weren't making you too much gold.
Yeah. I'm noticing... I don't want to call it like an annoying job, but...
It's a chore.
Yeah, it's...
Kind of feels like a little bit.
It feels a bit like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna stop with it because I like this. I like the way I'm making my gold at the moment, but I think I'm gonna downgrade it to like 15, 16 servers.
Yeah, put it down a little bit.
Yeah, I still want to play the game, and sometimes like I say it's always Christmas because every server you can open up your mailbox and you get new sales. But at some point you're like, okay, another server. Oh, tomorrow I have to do the other server again. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn it down to 50, 60 servers. I'm making enough gold. I can pay my tokens. I can get blizzard balance. I can take people out to dinner.
Yeah.
Not that you can do that, but
I mean, you can if you want to RP it up,
Yeah,
but it's also like even saying, oh, I'm downgrading to 15 servers. Like, it sounds, for most people in WoW, it's insane to have 15 servers.
I get that, but compare that with like what Vedus is doing. Vedus, the pet seller, he's on 40 plus servers. Hekons.
Oh yeah.
Hekons is on 40 plus servers, Mr. 440 million gold.
Yeah.
Billis, and he said that to me. He does this. He's not only on 40 servers on Europe, but also 40 servers on the US.
I mean, yeah, some people can do it.
Wow.
Some people continue along. It's wild. It's wild.
It is wild. It is.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how much effort they put into it for a very, very extended period of time. Like, they never stop.
Yep, indeed.
Which is crazy to me. Crazy.
The most awful thing I think about controlling multiple servers is setting it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you need to start with a character. Then you need a second character that has some gear on, like a trial that you can sell the gear. So you have some like 20 gold for that one bank character that can sell his pets. You need to set up your trade skill master because you really need that when you're gonna do multiple servers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you're gonna do that manually, it's gonna be a disaster.
It's also if you have no pricing data at all on multiple servers, you got to remember everything or write it down manually.
That's insane. Nope. Oh yeah, I'm doing the coaching now at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Going very well. So people, if you're listening, on my website www.golddipper.com, you can sign up at the guides. There's a form you can fill in if you want to be coached in Trade Skill Master or Gold Making or both. It's totally free. There's no book or anything with it. You get one.
What if I want a book, Jack? What if I want a book?
Then you go to the library and buy a book. I don't care.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
One-on-one personal training for 1 hour, maybe 1 hour, 50 minutes. I don't know. It's something like that. And so far I noticed you can straight away answer the questions from the people, and I can see what they do on the screen. I can tell them what to do, why they need to do it. Maybe something fun for you as well to do if you have some time left, Zen.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I thought about setting up a Patreon where I can do like more personalized stuff. It's not only coaching in TSM, but just
live coaching,
just like gold making coaching, right?
Okay.
It's like a combination of things. So it's more than just TSM coaching. It'll also be some other things.
Okay. Talk by the way, about your own content. Zensible on YouTube. You just released another video.
Yes. So right now I'm putting a little bit more work into my YouTube stuff because I want to be able to make some content that people can enjoy when I am not live, and it's also very fun to make because it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more controlled content, which is nice. And one of the things that is a series right now is 1 Cup of the World 1 million gold challenge, where I started from nothing and trying to build up. It's basically like starting up a new server. So that's super fun.
What's the hardest part of it?
I actually don't want to say it's hard, but the most time intensive thing is waiting on sales, right? That's it, because you're waiting to build up your gold, and you have to wait until things sell on the auction house.
Indeed,
right? But you can keep on farming things, right? You can always diversify, farm more and more. It like the baddest thing that you can do is just sitting around and waiting for your things to sell. But if all you want to do is flipping, then you have to do that, right?
Yeah. By the way, talking about something new, the auctionhousepodcast.com.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, we have a website, Jack.
Yeah, who should we thank for it?
I mean, we're gonna thank Evelyn.
Evelyn.
And if you guys don't know who Evelyn is, that is my lovely girlfriend. She's been venturing in to help a little bit with my content creation as an overall thing. She's been doing thumbnails for me. She's been creating like small UI designs and stickers, and now she's created a little website for me and Jack.
Yeah. Well, not a little website, but it's like something that's growing, getting bigger. It looks really good. Still think we need to remove the square, but whatever.
It's all good. If you guys haven't been on there, it's auctionhousepodcast.com.
Yeah.
And that is it. And there you can follow when we're going to have the new podcast come out, what the next guest is going to be, and new info, links to everything. So it's just kind of an update site about the podcast.
Yeah, and us both. Also, your YouTube content is on it, so people can check it out.
Find a whole bunch of stuff all localized on a site. It's pretty nice.
It's really nice. It looks really good.
It does.
Last thing. We both just got put on the list on the WoW Economy Reddit. We want to thank Gumdrops for doing that.
That is true.
Yeah, that's really awesome. If people on Reddit are checking their posts, they want to just find some content creator, they can, on the right side, can check out the list of content creators. Samadan is on it. Hekons is on it. Lazy Goldmaker. You, of course, are on it. Manthieus is on it. Solheim is on it.
Bunch of people on there. It's really nice.
Did I forget anyone? No.
Maybe not so far. But it's really nice to have like a list of content creators when it comes to gold making. So if you guys are ever looking for any more content, different content when it comes to gold making, that is definitely something you can go and look into.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a wrap up, right?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to get this podcast out this week because we did want to have something going, so it's flowing with the podcast, and we obviously meant to have the Lazy Goldmaker on, but since we had complications with recording it, that didn't turn out to be a thing. But that is going to happen this coming Saturday, so you guys can look forward to that.
It will be in 2 pieces. Like I said, we already got like 30% of the recordings. After that, it went like total fiasco. And yeah, so we're going to record this Friday the other part. If you still have questions you want us to answer, or the Lazy Goldmaker you want to answer them, you can do it on a couple of sites you can put in the info. First of all, our Twitter. And our Twitter is, I also need to remember what the Twitter is.
The AH. It's the AH_podcast.
Yeah, the AH Auction House Podcast. You can mostly see us link it on Twitter. That's one of the places you can put it in. On my website, www.golddipper.com, there's a form you can fill in for your questions. And where else?
You can find us absolutely everywhere. It should definitely be possible to find us somewhere where you can type in some sort of question if you want to ask us something.
Yeah, and if you cannot find us, we're hiding.
I mean, if you can't find us anywhere, then something happened and you should probably call someone.
Yeah. Call immediately someone. Call my dog, my cat. I don't mind.
Call my chair, because my chair takes over. Yeah.
It's a talking chair, so that's also good.
Talking chair.
Okay. Guys, thank you again. If you want to follow us, www.golddipper.com or Twitch, Sensible, you can find us there. When you stream, what's your streaming dates?
It's currently Monday to Friday, and it's 6 p.m. CET, Central European Time, right? So if you play on European servers, it's basically server time.
Yeah, and if you don't not the gold maker, just come hang out. If you don't even play WoW, just come hang out. We don't care.
Oh, hell yeah.
Guys, thank you for listening for this episode. We will be back Saturday with the Lazy Goldmaker, and we will see you next time. Then.
Oh, hell yeah. See you guys.
Yeah.